So in this video, we will talk about constructors in Java. What are constructors and why do we use them? So in Java, constructors are used to create a new object of any class. So whenever we are asking the JVM to create a new object of a class, JVM will actually call the constructor under the hood to create the new object. So here if we see that we are creating a new employee object. So on the right hand side, we use the new keyword to create the new object. And then we use the name of the class with parentheses, and that's where we are calling the constructor. And this is a hint to JVM that JVM needs to call the constructor to create the new employee object. But if we go to the employee class, we simply see the ID attribute here of type integer and nothing else. So how do we know that the constructor is there? And this is a good thing actually. If we don't provide anything, if we don't write a custom constructor in a class, then a default constructor will be provided by the Java compiler automatically. And that's what's happening in this case because we have not written any, a default constructor will be inserted dynamically on the compile time by the Java compiler. So it will be there in the compiled code, but we don't see it here. And that's why we are able to create a new object of the employee class without writing any constructor. So now we know about the default constructor. Let's see what does it look like. So we can in fact write a similar constructor. So it has, each constructor has an access modifier. So in this case, it's public. Then the condition is that the name must be same as the class name. So we cannot say, for example, employee 123 or anything else. The name must be an exact match. So it must be employee in this case. Then the parentheses, same as the methods, and the curly braces. The constructor can have a body or we can leave it empty, but this is a valid constructor. And in fact, the default constructor looks exactly like this. So, and if we run this program again, so we won't see a difference actually because it is the default behavior. So we see the value ID 0 because this is an instance variable of type integer and we have not initialized the variable. So we see the default value. Now what we can do in a constructor. So constructors in general provide us a hook to do something when the object is being created by JVM. So if we want certain things to be in order, certain tasks to be complete before the job object can be created, maybe the object creation has a dependency and we want that dependency to be complete, we can do such things in constructor. So for now, let's put a message in the constructor. And if we run the program, so we see the message on the consoles and we see that the constructor that we provided was called. Now, what can we do? We said it provides us a hook so we can do something while the object is being created. And in this case, the ID is 0. So let's say we want to set ID to some value so that every time a new object, every time anyone is creating a new employee object, ID has a certain value, not the 0 value. So we are setting a static value to ID, and if we run the same program again, we see that now the value is 234, not 0 anymore. And that is the purpose of constructor, to do something while the object is being created. All right. So in this video, we talked about the default constructor. What does it look like? And we did some small changes in the constructor. In the next video, we will see a few more use cases of constructors that can access or accept parameters, arguments. So we will see things like that for this video. Thank you. That's it for now.